Hello again, YouTube. It is 2:20 p.m. Wednesday, December 1st. It's a pretty warm afternoon. Sun is bright and hot, and I'm not sure where my last video ended. I was kind of simultaneously working my way through about 8 different stories. If you were able to follow any of them, you're amazing and should probably counsel the severely mentally ill. So yeah, it's Wednesday afternoon. I am done at the post office, and I am on my way to see my therapist, who I haven't seen in months at this point. I was seeing her regularly, like every week, every other week. I felt like it was helping. At this point, I kind of feel like y'all are my therapist. Like I think more than anything, like, the best help I was getting from her was her just kind of letting me talk things out, and just randomly talking things out to the world via YouTube has I don't know, it seems to be helping me, I guess. In fact, actually, I saw my psychiatrist yesterday, and she had asked, what I was doing to deal with all these things that I'm dealing with. As I told her, and some of the stuff she seemed a little overwhelmed about. It never fails to amuse me how much when I explain how much of us, to people who have never rode the bus, to the haves, how us have-nots live, what it's like to try to get around in Phoenix via public transit, and just like how long it takes to get from point A to point B, and the potential complications of, transfers not working, and bus driver just assuming that oh, you're a homeless person sitting on the bus stop, so they don't slow down for you, that kind of thing, and how that'll turn what should be a 15-minute drive into an hour and 15, how that 15-minute drive becomes an hour and 15-minute bus trip because of just how dysfunctional the bus system is, but how that can potentially turn it into a 2.5-hour bus ride because of how long it'll be until the next bus comes. And it just amazes me some of the looks people give me of just like, no, that can't be right. I'm like, no, it is. Just try it sometime. Nobody who drives wants to try that sometime. Yeah, I mean, being that she's a doctor, I highly doubt she's ever had to use public transit in Phoenix. I got a feeling I got somebody not looking both ways. Oh, he's looking at me at times. Still kind of blocking the walkway, though. Well, they recently redid this. It's nice and smooth. That's really nice. As I recall, the last time I rode my scooter across that was really rough. So, thank you, City of Phoenix, or United States Postal Service, whoever took responsibility for that and fixed it. I'm willing to bet it was the Postal Service, because, yeah, I don't see Phoenix even noticing that was an issue. So, speaking of transit, I'm not doing my best to get to my therapist, and I hope she'll see me if I get there late. What time is it? I forgot the time. It's 2:23. So my appointment's either at 3 or it's at 3:30. And yeah, I should know whether it's 3 or 3:30, because it's a very substantial difference, especially when you're not driving. But she gave me a card, since I was sitting down in the waiting room at the mental health clinic. I went ahead and punched it into my Apple iPhone calendar. I'm really trying to get better at using that thing. I mean, I do use it occasionally. I don't use it as much as I should. And I feel like if I used it more often, I'd get more proficient at using it. And I do find it does help me when I take the effort to use it. But in that thing, I put it in as 3 o'clock. But I got a text message, because they have as part of their scheduling system, and I've gone off before on how kind of dysfunctional it is, but they have a text message and also an automated calling system that will send clients God, I want to say value options choices. Oh, fuck. LifeWell, that's what it's called now. LifeWell. Yeah, we'll send LifeWell customers what their appointment, you know, when their appointments are, text messages to remind them and phone calls to remind them. And yeah, it can be pretty dysfunctional. Anyway, I did notice a text message that says that I have an appointment at, oh, and of course that one doesn't specify who your appointment is with and what it's about. It just says appointment. So that would help if it was more specific. But anyway, it says my appointment is at 3:30. It's really not like me to put it in as 3 when the appointment is 3:30 in my Apple calendar, but I'm not very proficient at using the Apple calendar, so it's very possible I meant to put it in as 3:30 and made a mistake and put it in as 3. Is that my bus? Oh, that's my train. Shit, I gotta run. Ah!